This is going to be a quick update on Spire Global, ticker symbol SPIR, just because I noticed something that really caught my eye and I really wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. So if you don't know, Spire Global is a high conviction play that I've been kind of basically just shilling the entire time on my channel. But I really do believe in the company. I believe that it's undervalued, and recently it has been kind of on a tear. Recently it's been more stagnant, but one of the biggest things that happened was Spire Global sold one of their arms, or one of their businesses. They have about 5 for $241 million. Currently the market cap is around 480 million, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's around 500. We'll say 500 right now. But they sold one of their arms for 241 million, right? That means that the rest of their company is being valued at around 260 million dollars. Now, on a recent not an earnings call, but on a recent call, the management said that they have 2 other businesses that are worth about the same size as that arm that they just sold for 241 million dollars, right? If you're valuing the rest of the company at $250 million, but you still have 2 that are about the same size as a company that you just sold for $241 million, am I not understanding this correctly, or should it be worth at least $250 million more in market cap than it is right now, at least? Not to mention that they said that the other 2 arms, or the other 2 businesses that they have, which is Spire Aviation and Spire Security, I think, those 2 they said are really high growth. Now, that's all old news, but I just want to do a quick update just because I noticed this technical analysis that I found was absolutely beautiful, and I wanted to show and share with everybody right here. So we've been climbing, and we are on this little wedge right here. This trend line I have since the December 19th, but ever since here we've been kind of on a tear, right? Especially right starting here, and now we're at this little corner right here. Now I want you to remember, mark on your calendars that February 19th, that is over here somewhere, is the deadline for Spire Global to file their books, to finish and publish their books. If you don't know, they wanted to redo their accounting style, so they haven't shown their actual earnings or the actual balance sheet in the past 2 or 3 quarters. And I think that is the fear and uncertainty, which is the reason why a lot of people are holding back before investing in Spire Global. But as soon as they release those books, then people will decide whether or not they want to invest in Spire Global, right? Obviously, this could be a bad thing, right? I'm not saying to just invest and just like YOLO all your money, right? This is still a high conviction and very high risk play. But based off the deal that they had with Kepler, selling one of their one of their business arms for $241 million, I do believe that the company is just undervalued, right? Now, the reason why February 10, right? So this your wedge kind of ends February 10ish, maybe February 11. I think that's around the same date that SMCI is also redoing or like publishing their books, or at least doing an investor update, right? So I don't know what it is about February 10th, but this looks very interesting, right? Very exciting. And if you've seen my videos from like a year ago, this orange line and this red line have been very faithful to me. Like, they've been very loyal and very accurate in terms of being very like highly contested points of resistance or support, right? You see this trend line over here, this trend line over here, this trend line kind of over here, right here, right? You see this mini support and then it just falls down, right? It breaks down under this orange line. And over here, you see it as a firm resistance here, right? Also firm support here, right? So this red line, this long red line, and this long orange line have been very, very useful for me, right? If I wanted to day trade, which I didn't, but if we wanted to day trade, and I should have, honestly, looking back, I should have, but that's beside the point. I just think that this is really exciting, especially with the big catalyst that's going to occur sometime here. Like, again, February 19th is just the date, is the deadline for them to file. They can always file beforehand. And if they do file on February the 10th, to be honest, I'm just gonna assume that the stock market is completely rigged, because how is it that like the lines and events always match up? If it doesn't match up, then I'll be more thankful that the stock market is less rigged, maybe. But yeah, I just wanted to bring to attention everyone, like, this is pretty cool, and I don't know what direction it's gonna break. I mean, obviously, hopefully up for me, but this is very exciting for me, and I just wanted to let everyone know that this chart looks very yummy, very delicious. You also have this line. I don't know if you can see this line. I don't know, this line might be a thing, which also kind of lines up right at February the 10th as well. But yeah, I just wanted to share that one thing. Hey, if you're following my channel, you're probably either invested in SoFi or in Spire Global. And if you're invested in Spire Global, this looks really cool. That's it. It's a really short video. That's all I want to talk about. Have a good day. Peace. Super excited.